We're in Finland. This is a small ski jump. This is the view of Finland from the hotel. You see the paper mill in the background. This is a paper mill city. When I was here last year, there were ice sculptures along this river. That was in March. Now it's a beautiful July day. Very peaceful area. It's a quiet Sunday. This is the Paper Mill Museum. And they were using water power to run the mill.
Sen takia ne on tehnyt sen toisinpäin. Sen saa sähköä täältä.
This is the home of the owner of the mill. The mill is about 100 years old, and it was closed about 20 years ago.
Selvä. Koko ajan.
Every sheet pushed through those two cylinders, and they were compressed, and they took on some gloss. So this was the ready production, ready sheet. Each sheet was the same size, 70 times 100 centimeters. There were different thicknesses, so big ones were used for book covers and the thin ones for boxes. Fit into a place some 200 meters from here. And then they were lifted up from the river and hoisted on the bank of the river, and then brought here by those wagons. First the men who were working here, this circular saw man. With that clock they called the people to eat, and when they changed the working shifts, they noticed. One man was cutting the blocks in the half-meter pieces. With left hand he took care of this circular saw, and with right hand he put more tree under the saw, and with his foot he gave a little bit hair so that this block didn't come away under the saw. So he was doing it like that. It looks a little bit dangerous, but there didn't happen so much accidents as if it would be. And another man sharp knives, and it rotated 600 times in a minute. And with hands, this man did like this, and it was debugged. And you can see the clocks. This looks dangerous too, but they lost only the head of the fingers. This grinding stone was in the middle of the grinding machine, and the wood was pressed against the stone, and it was grinded to a pulp, and this stone is 3,000 kilos as unused, but it has worn out, so they had to change the stone. The machine has 8 such pockets, and one man took care of one machine. And first he took off the automatic feeding, and this kind of blade inside, and he put these locks into the pocket and put the automatic feeding on.
Automatic feeding.
Yes. It was kind of se niinku nyki, sitten mikähän sen sanoisi. It was with this movement pressing the wood against the big wood parts were separated here, and the pulp went through those little holes. And these sticks weren't grinded in this machine, so they had to be separated. And then they were taken off by this, and then the rest were burned in a triangle too. And then there are so that is a grinder stool to grind a grinding machine. It's from 1920s, and it has hydraulic presses, 3 hydraulic presses. And the stone is down there, and they put the wood inside of those 3 big ovens, and by those hydraulic presses they were pressed against the stone.
Mm-hmm.
Put those grinders upstairs to go around, and there's another pair there, so each grinder had its own wheels of its own. These water turbines were behind that wall in the river, and this wheel, which is nearer, it's made of metal, but there's another wheel behind it. It's a very big wheel, and it has a wooden teeth. So it didn't make so much noise like those metal teeth. And those were made of 3 parts. It was easy to take these away.
Hmm.
So this is birch. This wood, and it would last many years, 3-4 years in use, but then they went broken, and they had to be replaced with a new one. That machine, and there's a kind of net over this wheel, and the purpose of this was that the pulp stayed on this net, and the water was pressed through these little holes, so it was separating water. And this was sewn together with needle and metal kind of wire. Here you can see the ready one. So the men these were sewn by men here, and they sew only 10 centimeters in one day. It was so difficult, and the result had to be very good, so they had to do it very slowly.
Please.
through those tubes or pipes. And here, first to the head box, and then through this part of head box. And here's the wire, and the pulp must stay on this net, and with this roll it was pressed, the water was pressed through those little 8 such wet lattices in this room here.
This is the paper machine.
All the time. And this woman who was working here had to cut it when it was going around, so it couldn't be so quick. And only women were working by these machines here, and here's a kind of groove here. Another one is there, so there were 2 grooves. And when the bell rang, this woman looked here where the groove is going, and with this juniper stick he cut the sheet in 2 parts. And it was divided here also into 2 parts, so she got 4 sheets at one time, and they all are 70 times 100 centimeters size. And took the sheets off from the collecting cylinder on this wood here, and then put them on the table in 5 centimeters sheets in one pile, which you can see in the photo there. And in the middle, between there's a metal sheet, and it was easy to lift those sheets on those metal plates. And then they were brought to these presses, which are behind there, and this master put this roll to it was to the right position, or when they made those thick ones it was here, and when they made thin ones it was nearer the cylinder. And then it took on the sheet, and it was going around, and then the bell rang. By this Verla, which made those grinders. So these machines are a little bit different. They are not all from the same year. That's from 1935, but I'm sure it was, yeah. Kind of wood tunnel to the triangle, so they didn't have to go outside. And come back and go through that tunnel, but now we have to go outside. Where they burned this wood and the parking rests, it was on the left behind that wall. You cannot see it now. But the warm or hot air was put through those pipes, which you can see over there. Or here, such tubes there. And then the air around it got hot, and the hot air went upstairs where these sheets were hanging. So there are 7 stories of those fasteners over there, and only 4 stories such where you can walk here around. Loft 2. This is women's work, and they brought those sheet wagons by these rails near here, and one woman was giving the sheets to another woman who was working along this wood thread here. And when they went upstairs, they had to lift these woods. there where they had to walk. So it was very, very hard work. Calendar room, and then brought here where they were sorted and packed. And when there were different thicknesses, thick and thin ones, they all were mixed up in that frying loft and calendar room. They all had to be weighed. And here are 6 weighing machines here. And on the right side, you can see these numbers. And the same numbers are here. These shelters. And number means how many sheets goes to 50 kilos. So this is 45, some 45, and 45 such sheets went to 50 kilos. And by this weighing machine, a woman called Maria Mattsson was working 52.5 years, doing the same job, weighing those sheets and sorting them. And you can see where she has been standing, the marks here. It says burn out the floor. 200 kilos of sheets. And under press, 2 such bales were pressed very tight and then bound with these metal bands. So they were very tight and good for transporting abroad. And this packer who was working here, he lifted 40 kilos at one time, those sheets. First it is weighing machine and then under the press. So it was very hard work. Huopa.
This is the foreman's office.
Felt manufacturer.
In the calendar, under that lamp, you can see the last day when they were working here. It was the 18th of July 1964, and it was Saturday. They were working then 6 days in a week. So today, 25 years ago.
Yesterday.
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 No, today is 18th.
Today, 18th.
18th.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Exactly.
These are prehistoric rock paintings, over 2,000 years old. This is just near the paper mill. Kuvo's summer house that they own on a lake. We've just had a smoke sauna. This is again the summer home. Kuvo, a log cabin. Facing a beautiful lake. And this is the smoke sauna. You can probably see the smoke comes out. There is no exhaust for the sauna. It's just heated with wood. and the rocks retain the heat. So you have to wait until the smoke stops. The sauna overlooks the lake, so you go from the sauna into the lake. It's really quite warm. And back to the sauna. You repeat the process. The newer sauna where the smoke goes out of the building, so it's a continuous sauna as opposed to the smoke sauna. They also have a tennis court on the hill. This is the boat dock. So there is the sauna, the cabin behind. This is a very quiet lake. Very secluded setting in Finland. Cindy, here are some ducks for you. Some small ducks.